So with all the love for 4K 60 and beyond right now, where does a high refresh rate 1440p gaming monitor stack up? Well, to be honest, I personally think 1440p is the sweet spot for PC gaming right now. Whether it be the standard 16:9 or the massive ultra-wide, 1440p offers more pixel clarity than 1080p while being easier to run than 4K. Today we're going to look at the MSI Optix MAG272CQR. Hey OCNers, I'm Blue Devil. Today we are going to look at a 1440p 165Hz FreeSync enabled 1 millisecond 27-inch gaming monitor from the MSI Optix line. I want to take a second to thank MSI for sending this out for reviews to see what I think. So it seems we went straight from 1080p 144Hz to 4K 60Hz and beyond. But what about that sweet spot for PC gaming? Yeah, good old 1440p, which until late hasn't gotten much love. Well, when MSI wanted to send over the Optix MAG272CQR, I wanted to see what a 165Hz VA panel could do over a 165Hz TN panel. TN panels for the longest time have been highly regarded as being better for high FPS games like CSGO, Rocket League, and other fast-paced titles. This is due to the faster response times, mostly sitting around the 1 millisecond time frame. So starting things off, getting the specs out of the way, the Optix MAG272CQR is a 1440p Samsung VA panel at 27 inches. MSI claims it supports 90% of the DCI-P3 color space while being able to put out 100% of the sRGB. While still being an 8-bit panel, MSI has opted for a 8-bit panel that supports 8-bit plus 2 FRC, which may not mean a whole hell of a lot to some people, but it's a way to support or fake 10-bit colors. Contrast ratio is rated at 3000:1, which I find to be perfectly acceptable for a gaming monitor with only 300 nits of peak brightness. The MAG272CQR also has support for AMD's FreeSync and is NVIDIA's G-Sync compatible. So getting a tear-free gaming experience shouldn't be that hard to attain. Moving to the inside of the box, you obviously get the monitor, as well as a decent stand. The stand, of which is constructed of metal and plastic, is a simple yet functional design. Height and tilt adjustment are possible, but no swivel is present. Moving to the back of the monitor, you are greeted by a number of design elements. First being the MSI Dragon logo on the upper left, followed by the brushed plastic, which has a metallic look to it. Some glossy elements are present, along with the ability to control some RGB functions to allow some lighting behind the monitor, which are controlled via MSI's Mystic Light software. The mounting area for the stand is pretty self-explanatory. Just slide the stand into the slots and screw down with 2 included screws. Rear I/O connectivity of the Optix MAG272CQR is pretty plentiful, with a single 1.2 display port, 2 HDMI 2.0 ports, and a USB Type-C port which also supports DisplayPort, a headphone jack, and a 2-port USB 3.0 hub. The HDMI ports only support refresh rates up to 144Hz as opposed to the DisplayPort, which supports up to 165Hz. Here's one you don't see too often nowadays: internal power. No power brick is necessary here. Just plug in the included power cord and you can start your fragfest. Once things are set up, the Optix MAG272CQR looks incredible. While having a 1500R curve, which is hardly noticeable, give the Optix MAG272CQR a very sleek look, with almost no bezels on 3 of its sides. Even the chin is pretty small, with the MSI logo slightly showing. Like I stated before, only tilt and height adjustments are possible here, but with a 1500R curve, viewing angles should be decent at 178 degrees. Being a VA panel for the most part isn't a bad thing. For one, true IPS panels are traditionally more expensive. However, VA panels are coming really close to their IPS counterparts in terms of image quality. As far as testing goes, I don't have a spider calibration tool at my disposal. However, the guys over at eTeknix do, which they also did an excellent write-up with data color graphs. I'll have the review linked in the description below. But in terms of frame skipping, the test over at Blurbusters do the trick nicely. So testing at the native 165Hz, frame skipping is pretty well under control. The animation timing deviation test, which measures response time, while the MAG272CQR is rated at 1 millisecond, it stays true to its claim. Loading up Doom Eternal let me peg the Optix MAG272CQR to the 165 FPS it craves, albeit with an NVIDIA RTX 2080 Super, but boy does it deliver. MSI did a great job with the Optix MAG272CQR. The fit and finish are superb, awarding the Overclock
Scorching
award the Optix MAG272CQR is the sweet spot for PC gamers. If you are in the market for a high refresh rate 1440p monitor, the Optix MAG272CQR should be on your short list. Okay everyone, thanks for tuning in. If you could be so kind to like and subscribe, that would be great. If you want to find links to the MSI Optix MAG272CQR, links will be in the description below. Blue Devil, out.